Yo, it's your boy Trench News, and I'm back with y'all with another one. Appreciate all love, support. Thanks for everybody subscribe to my channel. If you ain't subscribed to the channel, make sure you do. Make sure you join the membership. Make sure you smash that like button. Shout out C Hood. Shout out Cindy the Dime Man. Trench News Network. It's your boy Trench News, man. Back at y'all with another one. Man, the story is about MOB Scrapp father, man, Ruger Daddy. MOB Scrapp and Ruger Daddy, man, sends a message to Tay 600. Tay 600 got on the live. You know, when I tell y'all that, the kids watching this, the dead people kids, the dead drill rappers and people who died in drill, they kids, they mom, they uncle, they father, you got to be mindful of what you say. You never knowing, what I'm talking about, if they'll start a podcast or, whatever happened. But he spoke on some things that MOB Scrap Daddy, he sent the message to him and to clear up things, everything about what Tay said. Now, I wasn't on the live. I didn't see what Tay said, but from what MOB Scrap Daddy said, Big Les, he said that Tay was on live telling the story about Scrap and how Big Les, which is Scrap and Ruger's daddy, was supposed to beg for Scrap life. Please don't kill him, please, y'all. And let's say negative, sir. None of that happened. He said he remembered that day. He said they was in the gym playing basketball and Bitedown, he was picking with Scrap. Like always, they was picking with Scrap in the gym. I told y'all Scrap was cold at hooping. He could drop 30 on you, and he got into a tussle with Bitedown. So he came home. He had a star in his eye, and Les was like, come on, we finna walk down there. Let's walk down there, by McAdoo, which y'all call Machiavelli. He was Scrap friend. So Les had told him, like, man, you see these dudes doing something to my son and you ain't saying nothing, basically. And from there it was over with. But Les had said, what was really made Scrap like turn out to how he turned out. Minus the family members he lost and things like that. Scrap was picked on. Like, they kept picking on him. They kept on picking on him every time they seen him on 600. Every time he went to that community center, because they stayed over there, he was being picked on. And, like Les said, man, what else can you do when you backed up into a corner? He said that 600, at 600 Front Street, all of them together. He said basically, like, the guys who kept on picking with Scrap and picking at him, they turned Scrap into a savage. A lot of people be like, man, how they turn into a savage? Hey, people keep on picking on you. It's just like with the school shootings, with the bullies. When the bullies keep on putting the school shooter, before he become the school shooter, head in the toilet, pushing pennies, throwing them in the garbage, throwing stuff on him, knocking his books out his hand, stuff like that. Then when he come to the school and start shooting, then people say, this guy wrong. He losing it. He's crazy, But y'all done pushed him to the edge, and the only way he can catch all y'all together is in the school. Have you ever thought about that? Just leave people alone. So I felt Big Scrap, man. Shout out to Big Les, man. He got a podcast called Man Stop It, and he doing a lot of stories about the guys who's around his son, man. Very decent podcast. Y'all go and check that out, man. But yeah, he said that Tay all cap, man, with that story, man. He's stretching Armstrong on the stories, man. He said that never happened. This the man who Tay said bagged for his life, man. He came out and said, man, he don't recall that, man. And Les don't get high. He don't drink. He don't pop no pills. He don't do nothing. I can vouch for that. So, sober man over a person who get high and off pills and shit like that, I'm going to have to go with Les. But yeah, he described the incident with Bitedown. It was an incident when I was over there, when me and a couple more people walked to the center, when he got into it with Lil Steve. So yeah, they was picking with him, pushing him to the limit, saying he MOB and all that. But McAdoo was his friend, but once you try to, I got some guys, group of guys who that you want to prove something to, and you proving something to them, and they got names, or they making names, or they the dudes of the streets. You try to be like, you try to prove something to them over your homie sometimes. Mac gone, Scrap dead, and a lot of them got 600 dead and gone too, or in jail. So nobody wins at the end of the day. Shout out to Big Les though, Ruger Daddy and Scrap Daddy for coming out, letting us know what the real was about that situation. Even though I ain't know about what Tay had said about that situation, but I knew about the situation that had happened, listening to coming from Scrap himself. But yeah, man, y'all go over there and listen to the whole conversation. I'll put it in the description, and y'all click on it on the link and go over there and check out Big Les, man, and see the story. Y'all analyze for y'allself. But y'all get in the comments and let me know, man. I'm telling y'all, that's how it all happened though. That's how these savages be happening. Either one of their close siblings that like who they look up to get killed, or you being bullied. When a person who don't want smoke tell you he don't want smoke, and you insist that you rather smoke them out, that's when it ends up backfiring from you, against you. And I seen that happen a lot in the streets and the trenches. When somebody picking on somebody who say they don't want smoke, if they fighting, they to get knocked out. If they up a gun on somebody, the person who you thought was Steve Urkel, he upped it a little bit faster like a Western movie and, gunned them down. Or, it just be certain situations, man, that backfire, man. It's probably just God on their side, man, because you want all the smoke. But shout out to Big Les once again, man. Condolences to all them guys who lost their lives, man, in the mix of this stuff for nothing, man. Nobody wins, man. For the guys who got kids, the kids left here with nobody, bro. Family say they gonna look out for you. Your friends say they gonna look out for you. They tell you the stories when you alive. Man, if something ever happened to you, bro, I got you. I'm stand on that. They ain't got shit because they ain't got a pot to piss in. You got to think about it before you willing to jump out there for somebody else. Remember to tell y'all kids, man, mine is my nine, man. I know my man is my nine, man. I can outthink these suckers, man. Just sitting from long distance, man. Watch them crash out and then I pop out. You hear me? When the coast is clear. Tell your kids they mind is they nine, though. They don't need a gun, man. They can use their mind to outthink these suckers. I'm trying to get this thing going with Lori Lightfoot, man. I'm trying to get her sit down and talk to her. I need all y'all to find a way to communicate with her, blast her email, her Twitter, her every social media that she got, man. Tell her Trenches News need to sit down because I got a plan for my city, man. My mind is my nine. This Trenches News, man. Y'all be safe out there. Going live a little bit later. Shout out to Big Les. I'm out.